Hi folks and welcome back. So we have moved on to the Glasshouse Mountains, which is just north of Brisbane, and it's a lovely hiking area. It's not the reason why we're here. We're here to complete a childhood or late childhood ambition of going to Australia Zoo. So enough about why we're actually here, folks. Let's get on to the accommodation. So we are staying here at the Glasshouse Mountains Eco Lodge. And it's called a lodge, but I think the lodge bit only has a few rooms in it. But there are more train carriages, old-fashioned train carriages, and an old church dotted about the premises. It's all about sustainability. You can pick fruit in the garden, and it's just meant to be a lovely, tranquil retreat in nature. So more about where we're staying. So we booked the Queenslander train carriage, and it sleeps two people. You come in down a lovely pathway with trees and greenery on both sides, and then you're presented by the train carriage itself. It's in stunning red. You come in through the door, and you've got the kitchen straight away on your right hand side. And the kitchen's got everything that you need in it. You've got a microwave, you've got a hob, you've got a fridge. Obviously, you've got a sink in here as well. You've then got lots of cutlery and cooking utensils. The idea is that you can then cook within here and be self-catered effectively. You've got this incredible window seat here. And this is all the old train carriage. So it was painstakingly refurbished over a number of years by the owner of the Eco Lodge. So everything is as it was back in the days when it used to run on the railway tracks, minus obviously you've got the kitchen in now and the bedroom and everything, but you know what I mean. So I'm sat here in the lovely bay window area at the moment. You've also got a table and chair for two people, which is fantastic. You can just sit around there if you want some food as well. You've got a sofa area with a fire that I'm fairly certain doesn't work actually, but it's just a showpiece. You've then got a number of books that you can read while you're here and a few board games that you can play, but it's a lovely little area just for finding time to sit and read and play board games without having the TV on. There is Wi-Fi in here though. It's not just because it hasn't got a TV or it's not the most up-to-date accommodation. It is modernised, so you've got Wi-Fi, you've got air conditioning as well in the bedroom. Obviously you've got running water, you've got electricity, and you've got plumbing all involved in this as well. But from the living area you then walk through into the bedroom, and it's simple. You've got a queen size double bed in there. It is pushed up against the wall on one side, so you can only get out of it one way, but I think for one night or two nights and everything, it's not the end of the world having to crawl over each other. You have got power in there. You have got power sockets dotted throughout the train carriage if you need to charge any of your appliances, but there are power sockets next to the bed as well. You have got bedside lights and they're just above the bed. There's also an area where you can hang your clothes, and also there's some spare bedding up there as well just in case you need it. From the bedroom through some lovely split doors with a bit of stained glass in them is the bathroom. Now, as you'd expect, it is a fairly basic bathroom, but it's got a shower in there, a pretty actually good sized shower to be fair. You've also got a toilet and a basin as well with a huge mirror above it. All in all, the inside of the train carriage gives you exactly what you need. Yes, if you want 5-star luxury, you're probably not going to come here. But if you want to get back to nature a little bit and experience something unique, then definitely come down here. Once you come back into the living area, there is a door opposite the main door that you come in, and that door leads out onto the veranda, and that overlooks one of the gardens here, and it's teeming with wildlife. You can hear the bird song, and hear the crickets and everything, and you can sit out on there and have a cup of tea, maybe have something to eat, and just watch the world go by and just breathe and that, and not have to worry about a thing when you're out there. So that area is fantastic as well. All the doors and all the windows also have a second door or second window with a fly screen on there as well, so no bugs can get in as long as you keep them closed, which is great if that's not your thing. And let's face it, none of us want flies and other bugs flying around. It is all hard floored throughout, apart from in the bathroom, which is tiled. But all in all, first impressions are, it looks incredible. The job they've done here is amazing. We're going to take more of a look around, and maybe explore the grounds a little bit as well. But definitely, if you want to come to Australia Zoo and you want to stay in something maybe a little bit different, and that not your run-of-the-mill motel, you can definitely come down here. We'll see what it's like to live in overnight and report back tomorrow with a verdict. But first impressions are fantastic. Little train carriage, little find here and everything. So we'll see how it goes. So folks, while we're here as well, before we get on with the verdict, let's talk about some of the facts involved with staying at the Eco Lodge. So check-in time is 2 o'clock and check-out is 10 a.m. Australia Zoo, if you're coming for Australia Zoo, is only 11 minutes drive away, so it's ideal for that. Like I said, the Glass House Mountains is a fantastic walking, hiking area. So feel free to spend more days here. You don't have to just come for the zoo, but the zoo is only 11 minutes away if you are coming for that. The area, Glass House, which is the town, it's about 90 minutes north of Brisbane. It's about 65 kilometres, so you can do it quicker depending on traffic. Breakfast is available. It's 15 Australian dollars per person, and it is served in the dining train carriage area bit. So if you don't fancy cooking for yourself, you can get breakfast as well. And $15 per person isn't too bad for a little continental breakfast. We have ordered it, so we'll see what that looks like in the morning. A little bit about the Eco Lodge. So originally it was bushland here, and it was cleared for a pineapple farm back in the early 1920s. It then became a 40-acre soldier settler block for returning soldiers from World War One. And in 1982, Keith Murray, who runs it now, purchased the land with the idea that one day it would become a retreat for weary travellers. And in 2004, his dream became a reality and the Eco Lodge opened. I'll pop a link in the description so you can visit the website and read up on the story yourself and all the heritage of it, potentially book a place here. As I said about breakfast, there is a dining carriage and you can also cook in there yourself as well. It's a communal area, so feel free, if you've got some food and that and you want to mix with other people, you can cook there as well. There are plenty of dining options around. You've got Glass House itself, which is just a few minutes down the road, and then a bit further on you've got Beerwah, I think I'm saying that right. Now, a few of the local places to eat, you've got the Beerwah Hotel Bistro, which is apparently lovely. We haven't given it a go yet. You've got the Glass House Mountain Tavern, which we had lunch at, and that was fantastic. So you can always go there. And if you're fancying something a little bit different, there is also a place called Bombay Bliss if you want an Indian while you're here. There are so many others, and the staff here, Keith and that, are fantastic. All you have to do is just ask them where their favourite place is, and they will give you ideas where you can eat tonight. As I said, our room is the Queenslander train carriage. It's a 60-year-old Queensland train carriage that's been lovingly restored, and it's took over 1,200 hours of work to get it into the condition it is now. This is located in the orchard towards the rear of the property. Yeah, the place itself, the surrounding area, really worth exploring, even if it's for hiking or walking or for just seeing Australia Zoo. Right folks, I'll leave it there for now, and we'll take a look at breakfast in the morning and the verdict of what we think of our stay. Catch you later. Okay folks, so what's the verdict then on the Glasshouse Eco Lodge, and in particular the Queenslander train carriage? Well, it's nice. It's been lovingly restored. The whole site's been lovingly restored, and it's took hours of work and thousands of pounds or Australian dollars in this case. And it's a fantastic place to just come and stay. Last night you could just hear birdsong going on all around you in the forests. There was little lizards on the windows eating flies, not on the inside but on the outside, and you could see them, which was fantastic. Saw quite a few on the window behind us. None of them got in, so if you're scared of creepy crawlies or lizards or reptiles, whatever, and that then. But the train carriage is well protected from all that, and we haven't had an issue with any of it. Now, it won't suit all people. So if you enjoy your luxury, you're probably not going to like staying here. But if you want something quirky, if you want to get back to nature, then this place could be fantastic for you. The bed is a little bit tight. It is just a double bed. So if you are sharing with someone, then, you know, it can be a little bit tight during the night, and that if you roll over and kick each other or whatever. But all in all, it's been fantastic. Has rained quite a bit while we've been here. Obviously the weather is just the look of the draw, but it does sound fantastic when you lay in bed, listening to the rain hitting the roof, listening to the birds singing in the background, and you can't help but enjoy it. One thing I would also say is I have picked up a cold on this trip, so if I sound a bit more nasal than usual, that is the reason why. Hopefully we're through the worst of it, and I'm going to be getting better as we go on. Shower and bathroom worked fine. Was lovely. In fact, water pressure decent. Can't fault that. Obviously, toilet and basin work absolutely fine. So that was all great. We are going for breakfast this morning here, and I'll probably do an update on breakfast when we get to our next location, because we're going to have breakfast and then we're going to go to Australia Zoo pretty much straight afterwards. So we'll have already packed up the car, then go for breakfast because it's at 8:30 breakfast is, and then we're off to Australia Zoo, which you'll see in the next video. So I'll take some GoPro footage of breakfast and then hopefully remember to talk about it when we get to our next accommodation tonight. But as for this place, yeah, it's a fantastic little place. I think it did cost us about 200 Australian dollars, which works out as about £100 a night, which, considering everything that you get, isn't bad. Obviously, if you bring your own food, you can do all the cooking in the kitchen. Plenty of power sockets for you, so you're not going to have a problem charging the devices while you're here as well. There is a lovely little terrace outside, which I thought about doing the link on for this, but it is currently chucking it down, and yeah, it's probably going to make too much noise out there, so I've just gone back to the window seat. I think that's everything, folks, for this one. It is a great stay. Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone, but feel free to check it out. I'll pop the link to their website in the description below. And honestly, it's a lovely stay. If you are thinking about coming, just do it. Just book it, come down and see what you think. It is great. It is clean. I haven't had a problem with like the insects or the bugs and everything like we did at the Outback Hotel in where were we? Uluru, on that one. So yeah, give it a go. Come down. It's got everything that you need. As always, folks, feel free to comment. Feel free to like the video. Please subscribe. It's free for you to do, and it would just mean the world to me. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Happy travels, folks. Goodbye.